Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do a soulmate reading and we are going to answer the question, what is happening in my connection? So if you are really wondering what's going on and you don't have any contact, or there is some contact but you're still having a lot of questions about what's going on, this is the perfect reading for you. Now, before we get into the 4 different piles, I do want to mention I'm not sure about what the next readings are going to be. And if you have any questions that you would like to have answered, maybe you could comment them down below and I will pick a topic from the comments to do in the next video. So comment down below what you want to have answered. Or like the ones that you want to see. The ones with the most likes I will be doing in a next video. Now, for this reading, we have these beautiful 4 piles. We have pile number 1 with the watermelon fluorite. There we go. And this is the Linestrider Tarot. For pile number 2, we have the clear aura quartz and the light seekers tarot. Those names are quite similar but different, and sometimes I'm having a hard time pronouncing them, but I think I did all right now. Then we have pile number 3 with the Pyrite and the Santa Muerte tarot. And lastly we have pile number 4 with the Selenite, and the good old Waite tarot. Sorry, my focus is going everywhere. There we go. That's the normal Waite tarot, but I did cut off some edges. But yeah. So pick one of these 4 piles and get ready to get more information about what's going on in your connection. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the watermelon fluorite and the Linestrider Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Now, before we take a look at the tarot, I wanted to do some oracle cards so you can check if you're actually in the right reading and you can get a feel for the energies. Let's take a look at these cards then. The first card is the energy that's going on between the two of you, is the Poet. Now, let's see who are in this relationship. We have 2 cards for the people in this relationship. So one of you is personified as the electric eel, and the other person could be seen as the groundhog. Let's keep these here for a while and we can talk about these 2 energies, these 2 people, before we get into more details. So on one side we have the electric eel. This is an animal that lives in the water, so I think this person could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Of course, it doesn't have to be the case, but it might just be another layer of synchronicity that you're actually in the right pile, or another level of confirmation. And the electric eel lives in South America. So this person might live in South America as well, but of course that doesn't have to be the case. The electric eel is actually quite friendly. They hold a lot of power, but they're not misusing that power. They are not a bully. They could easily be a bully because they are that powerful, but they don't use that power in that way. They are actually very kind and very friendly. Now, another element that we can see in this electric eel is that this person might have some trouble seeing clearly. And this could be quite literally, like needing glasses, or it could be like, what's it called? Not literally, but like the other way, that they are just having trouble with seeing things as they really are. Maybe they hold a lot of preconceptions about things and that clouds their vision. So that could be the case as well with this electric eel person. I think for the rest they are quite a calm energy and they feel a lot of emotions, and maybe that's the reason why they are always so nice to everybody else. Now, the other person that we have right here is Groundhog Spirit. And groundhogs are quite solitary, but they do seek a mate, and that's the only reason why they kind of get out of their solitary mode. So I feel like for this person to actually get out of their shell, you might be very significant to them, otherwise they wouldn't have even tried. Groundhogs are very good at communicating though, and they are busy with building their future. They are always trying to work hard, trying to reach the next level of accomplishments, and I think that that's very important to this person, building a stable life for themselves. Like we said, groundhogs are quite solitary and they live in North America. So maybe this person might come from North America or have origins there. Of course, that doesn't have to be the case. Again, it might just be another level of confirmation. What we can also see that groundhog spirit is an earth energy. Groundhog's spirit like to dig in the dirt. And this could indicate that this person might be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, so one of the earth signs. But again, that doesn't have to be the case. So these are the two personalities we are dealing with. You could be feeling like either the electric eel or the groundhog, but you could also be feeling that you have energies of both of them. Then it might just indicate that there is a lot of mirroring going on in the connection. But these are just some small details about this relationship. We will get into a lot more later on. Now let's see what the main energy is between the two of you. The main energy is the poet. And the poet feels a lot of strong emotions. So it looks like there are a lot of emotions going on in this relationship. Maybe emotions that you have never had before. Maybe a lot of things happen that you have never seen before. And the reason that this relationship is happening is that you can help other people, or you can tell the tale to other people. Because the poet goes to quite extreme situations and they write that down on paper so that other people might not have to go through those things. That they can get the experience without reliving things. So this relationship might be a very significant relationship to the whole world, or at least to a large group of people, to learn lessons from. And you are actually the one that's having to go through it, having to get through all the stages. Might be quite big things, like I said, that you are going through, but it all has a higher purpose to serve a lot of other people as well. Now let's see what's going on in this connection, because these are just main energies and I feel like these energies don't really shift throughout the relationship. But we're now going to look at the energies right now. So we have these 4 oracle cards. Let's take a look. So the first one we have is the Age of Light, with you've been training for this for a lifetimes. Let's put it right here. We also have Synchronicity. Then we also have Attend to the Details with Lost Quarter Moon in Virgo. Let's put it here. And the last one we have is A Fiery Climax Approaches, Full Moon in Aries. So with the fiery climax, it does seem like something is about to happen. Something big is about to happen. I mean, that's the first thing that's coming out pretty clear. Again, with the Age of Light, we're kind of seeing the same thing. We can see this area opening up. Something is opening up. Maybe something is opening up in this relationship. I think that you have had a lot of practice, or you have been working hard to improve on things on your own. And I feel like this is the time that you will have to apply those lessons. And I think that you kind of knew these things that are coming already, or you knew that something is about to come in, because you are getting a lot of synchronicities. With this synchronicity card, it indicates that you have been seeing a lot of synchronicities lately. Maybe you have seen a lot of synchronicities in some YouTube videos as well. For example, those double digits. When I started this reading, it was actually 1444. So 3 times the number 4, that kind of things. You've been seeing them a lot. whether it would be like things like numbers or this person's name, or just getting a hint of something is brewing, something's about to happen. It's that kind of energy that's going on at this moment. And it kind of looks like you're on the last steps before a new cycle starts. You have been changing a lot, you have been working really hard. This fiery climax talks about an end of a cycle. So it looks like you're at that end of a cycle and you're about to start something new. But before you can end this cycle with this fiery climax, you have to attend to some details, or your person has to attend to some details. I feel like this energy goes both ways, that you both have been going through a lot, you both have been learning a lot, and you're both about to end this cycle, because we are talking about this whole relationship, and you're both in this relationship whether you want to be in it like physically or not. So whether you are in separation or not, you are both in this connection, and you're both going through these energies right now. So it might be time to attend to the details, to close out some small things, maybe cut out some bad habits, maybe close off some contracts. It might be literal contracts, or it might be some relationships that are not really working out for you anymore. Like I said, it might be some habits that are not working out. So those little things, it's time to tweak those little things in your life to really be prepared for that next step that's coming. So it does really look like you're at the end of a cycle and you are getting ready for this new cycle within this relationship to open up. Now I'm gonna remove these, or I'm gonna erase them a little bit, and we're going to take a look at the tarot cards. So let's see, Spirit, what's happening in this relationship? Can you tell us what's happening in this relationship, please? That's one. So, Spirit, what's happening in this relationship? Can you tell us what's going on between these two people in this connection? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Maybe one more, right? Spirit, can you tell us anything more? Can we get one more? Okay. There we go. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty good. Not sure if you guys can read tarot, or if you have any clue about what is about to be said, or maybe you have a feeling about what's going to happen or what's going to be said. Let's take a look. So the bottom of the decks is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is like, again, almost at the end of the cycle. The nines are almost at the end of a cycle, and it talks about really building something. You're on the verge of getting to the end, building this something stable, building this beautiful material thing, getting ready for the next chapter. So, and the King of Cups is underneath. So someone, a masculine energy that holds a lot of love and is very caring and nurturing and loving, is maybe about to come in. Or this is actually the person that we talked about with the electric eel being a water sign as well. This might be someone that has a water sign as their sun sign coming in. So you might have your wish fulfillment with this person. That's the underlying energy coming in soon. Now, what we also see is you are feeling very satisfied, or your person is feeling very satisfied with the King of Swords. So this person might be a person that is very smart, very intellectual, and they are, double-sided sword, like a double-edged sword. This person is very smart, and with being so smart, you're very good at achieving true fulfillment, achieving the things that you really want to achieve when it comes to emotional fulfillment. But at the same time, being so smart can really cause you to overthink a lot. And like stabbing yourself in the foot, shooting yourself in the foot by overthinking things. So I think that's the energy that you are in at the moment, that you have learned so much, you have come so far with this King of Swords. It's a king. It's not the Page of Swords, it's a King of Swords. So you have learned so much, and I think it's a lot about like true wisdom that you have learned, and just how to respond to things, so really practical things. And you have learned so much, and you know how to reach that fulfillment that you actually want with the Nine of Cups. Like again, another 9, we're talking about ending of cycles. But at the same time, you're not at the 10 yet because you are overthinking things. Because we have the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords talks about a lot of mental anguish, like maybe even feeling paralyzed by fear, not knowing what to do, being stuck, just getting yourself stuck by the way that you are thinking. So be mindful of that your thoughts hold a lot of power, and that your thoughts actually cause you to have that wish fulfillment or have the 10 of Swords, that really not knowing what to do, really not knowing where to go, really feeling paralyzed by fear and by your own thoughts. So be mindful and take good care of yourself. Maybe use some affirmations to help get this 9 of Cups energy instead of this 10 of Wands energy. Now, what also is going on, however I want to say that, like I said, I'm not American or a native English speaker, so sometimes I'm having some trouble with my words, I'm sorry. I'm actually Dutch, so maybe a little side note. But let's talk about the reading, let's just continue. Sometimes my head goes weird places. With the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Cups following that's actually something pretty cool. So something is about to materialize with this 9 of Pentacles. It indicates that something is about to materialize, and with this King of Cups, it just indicates that this person, this King of Cups person, I think that's with whom this is going to materialize. And what is going to materialize is this 3 of Cups, a celebration, a party, something very good, something that gives you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. And the 8 of Wands talks about how it's going to happen. And the 8 of Wands is a very fast energy, a very quick energy. So it talks about your happiness coming in pretty soon, pretty quick. And this happiness, this getting together, this party, this joyous events with a lot of people is going to be with this beautiful King of Cups energy, with this beautiful King of Cups person. Underneath we can see the 4 of Swords, so it does talk about some rest. So maybe you are in a rest period at this moment, and you are maybe wondering why you're at this rest moment, because you have been seeing so much signs, you have been feeling that something is brewing, that something is about to happen, and you're just a little bit frustrated that it hasn't happened yet. I think that's, for most people, what's happening, what's going on. Maybe that's the reason that you're paralyzing yourself by these thoughts, like, what's going on? I can feel the energy, it's building, I feel that this climax is approaching, but nothing is happening yet. Am I wrong? Am I delusional? Will I ever get this fulfillment? Is it ever coming? Because I'm getting all these insights, I'm getting all this energy, but we're still at that standstill. But know that it's in the details at this moment. It's about controlling your thoughts. Whenever this energy is building, having these thoughts, these anxious thoughts, it's actually holding back that process. You have to be a little bit more patient, because you actually are on that verge of crossing that boundary and actually having this energy. And it can happen very quick. So don't worry about it. Try to let go of that energy. Although you're feeling it, see it as a confirmation, as that synchronicity. But let go of that timing, because you know it is going to happen quite soon. We're just not sure when exactly this is about to happen. So just try to not put any attachments to this energy and about when it will be exactly, but just know that it will happen pretty soon. You will soon be very happy and have a lot of wish fulfillment. Don't worry, it's just, you're almost there. Keep strong. Don't worry too much. Don't get anxious. So that's actually what's happening right now with the tarot cards. Let's take a look at some channeled messages. I have some channeled messages here. I want to take a look at what your person would say to you right now. So, okay, that was actually pretty quick. Let's see what they were about to say or what they would say. So the first one is, I feel like a failure. So your person might feel like a failure at this moment. They might be working through a lot of things. I wanted to say a lot of shit. Maybe that's something they would say. I'm working through a lot of shit. They know that they did something wrong. They are working on themselves just like you have worked on yourself. And they are trying to get over this intense feeling of being wrong, doing something wrong, knowing that they effed up. And maybe that's why the energy is building. They have to switch that button in their mind about what they think of themselves. Because at this moment, I just think they don't feel good enough to reach out, or they're just not confident enough in their ability to not mess up again. We also have, I am working on our finances. So maybe finances are playing a big role in why it hasn't happened yet. It might be that they're just waiting on a last investment, or maybe getting a job or a different job before they want to reach out. Maybe you are working on your finances. Maybe you have some goals when it comes to your job before you actually want to get back into this relationship as well. But take it as it resonates, because there is something about the finances holding them back. Maybe it's about debt, that they want to have fixed a certain amount before they want to come back. Or it might be about their job itself, that they just want to do something that they enjoy way more than they're doing now, because they might be afraid that they would lash out at you out of frustration, and that frustration wouldn't come from you, but it would come from their job. So something about their finances, about their job, or about your finances or job is holding them back. So there is a lot of opportunity coming in. You just have to wait a little longer before this person might be re-entering your life, or you will be starting a new start with this person. So yeah, that was the end of the reading. I really hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. I have just started this channel a few months ago, and I'm really hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me out and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. Like I said, if you have a certain topic that you want to see me do, you can comment it down below, and I will try to do all of these topics/questions. And yeah, that was the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some guidance, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys! Hello my lovely pal number 2, if you chose the beautiful clear aura quartz and the light Seer tarot, this is going to be your reading. Now, before we're going to get into the tarot, we are going to look at some oracle cards first, so you can get a feel if you're actually in the right pile, and just to get some more information first. So we're going to start out with the archetype, and then we're going to get into the two people in this relationship. With the archetype that's going on between the two of you is the warrior. And the two people in this relationship could be seen as the spider and the other person is the giraffe. Now, I know a lot of other tarot readers use a different deck to see what animal energies you could be seen as, and the other deck used is usually the animal spirit deck from the Wild Unknown. I actually really love that deck. It goes very well with these cards, but I haven't bought it yet. I do really want to buy it. So if you prefer that deck, maybe you could comment down below and let me know if I should buy that deck or that you actually like these more. Just wondering, but yeah, let's get into the reading. The first person that we see, this person is the spider. And to me, a spider could be seen as an air sign because they create these intricate webs in the air, and it sometimes really looks like they are actually floating in the air instead of like holding onto their web. So this person might be an air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. And yeah, sorry, my dog is moving around. I think he'll be quieting down pretty soon. So yeah, this person could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, but that doesn't have to be the case. It could just be another level of confirmation. The spider is actually very good with communicating. They can build these beautiful, intricate webs by themselves, and it kind of shows that they're very good at working really hard and realizing things without a lot of people noticing that, because we all know that sometimes it just looks like within an hour or something, like a web is formed and you haven't even seen them building it. So it might seem out of nowhere that this person can build something beautiful. Maybe they build a beautiful life, or they have a great construction of like a network, a friend network. They might have a lot of friends, or they might just be very good communicators. I think they are very smart as well, very good at laying connections between information that they're getting, whether it will be exterior information or information that they get from a higher level, like maybe communicating with spirit. Maybe this person is actually clairvoyant or claircognizant, or they have some ability already, or they will be getting that ability pretty soon. This person is very good at laying those connections that other people might not even notice. So that's the energy of the spider. I do feel like this person might be a little bit introverted, or yeah, they like to spend time alone, but at the same time they are very good with talking to others, communicating with others. But if they get the option to spend a lot of time with people or spend some time alone, they'd rather spend that time alone, building their own empire and maybe even connecting to the divine. So that is the energy of the spider. Now let's take a look at the giraffe. So the giraffe to me looks like an earth sign. They spend a lot of time in the desert. So with the desert, it might be a fire sign as well, actually. So this person could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So again, this doesn't have to be the case, but it could just be another level of confirmation. But yeah, this person might actually be really tall, but that doesn't have to be the case. It could also just mean that they hold a lot of giraffe power. And one of the very good things about a giraffe is that they really stand out from the crowd because they are so tall. So it could be that this person really stands out from the crowd, not because they are tall, but in some other way. Maybe they have a very strong energy, a strong aura, or they dress differently from other people. They are very unique in a different way. So this person might just draw a lot of attention. It could also be that they have a very great oversight, that they always see the big picture of everything. I think that they would be very good at giving other people advice, actually, because they always see both sides of the stories. They get that overview. They kind of have an advantage of always knowing what's going on in any situation because they can see that overview. They can see that whole picture. I think that this person is also very patient. They are not very fast-paced, or they are not used to having a fast-paced lifestyle. They'd rather have a chill lifestyle, focusing on the people that they love. I think that they have a very strong family connection as well, that they spend a lot of time with their family, and they'd rather spend a lot of time with family than go partying with people that they hardly know. So yeah, that is the two energies that we are seeing. Now let's take a look at the relationship itself with the warrior. So the warrior talks about knowing that something is going to be rough, but going through it regardless. So it might be that you both knew that this relationship would take a lot of work, or that you both knew that it kind of seemed impossible for this relationship to work out, or for this relationship to be easy. But you both chose to be in this relationship regardless, because you just love each other and you wanted it to make it work. And I think that's the energy that it has been in for a long time, and that it will be in forever. I kind of see this energy as being the overall energy for all times, and these energies will be more of a energy of the energy at this moment. So just know that you're both really willing to work on this relationship, and that maybe sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but in the back of your minds, you're still there. You're still working, although it might look differently in the 3D or in your actual life. Maybe it seems like this other person lost interest, or that they are not putting in any effort, but they, maybe even unconsciously, they're still putting in effort, or they're still putting in the energy into this relationship. So don't worry about the effort that's being put in, because there is always effort being put in this relationship, whether it is actually happening in the 3D or it's actually happening in the 5D, in the higher levels of consciousness. So for us, it might be unconscious. Now, let's take a look at the energies at this moment. I have these 4 oracle cards. Let's take a look. So the first one we have for the energy right now is potential. And we can see all these keys hanging there. Beautiful energy to start out with. We also have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Next up is prosperity lies ahead with new moon in Taurus. And the last one we have is open up to change. So I think that these cards go very well together. And I think for most people it might be pretty clear what's going on at this moment. So there is a lot of potential in the air for the both of you, for this relationship. There is a lot of potentials for a happy, prosperous relationship at this moment. And there is actually something holding you back. And that's the only reason that it's not manifesting at this moment, or that this potential is not being used. And the reason is that you or your person, or the both of you, are still holding on to things that no longer serve you. You are holding on to past energies, or to maybe old dreams that you know are not serving you any longer, or old ideas, like maybe you believe in marriage and you believe that you can only be with a person if it ends up in a marriage. And although that's something wonderful, maybe the other person doesn't believe in marriage. And you kind of know that you have to settle for just a wonderful relationship, regardless if it's going to be topped off with something as a marriage. Because I know a lot of people put a lot of what's it called? Like, they care a lot about the marriage itself, like having it being called a marriage. But at the same time, a relationship is not any less worthy or any less wonderful if it's not called a relationship, like a marriage. So if you're not married, it doesn't mean that your relationship is any less important or any less beautiful, or there isn't any less energy put into the relationship. Sometimes I think sometimes the marriage is kind of a mental construct that you would put yourself in. Like, now I draw this signature on a piece of paper, now it's official. If I don't put the signature there, it's not official. And I know that's kind of, it's a topic that's kind of difficult in a lot of countries, but we have to acknowledge that if the signature is there or not, there is a mental contract as well, and it doesn't have to be physical. For some relationships, you're not even allowed to be married in some countries, and the fact that these people aren't married doesn't change a thing about their relationship. It doesn't make a change in how valid the relationship is. And I think that maybe that's a thing between the two of you. Like, for example, if you are gay, in some countries it's not allowed to be married as a gay couple. It doesn't mean that your relationship is any less important or any less significant if you're not allowed to get married. And I think that's the things that you need to let go of. Let go of the idea that you need to sign a piece of paper for this relationship to be seen as a true connection or a true relationship. And maybe it's not about the term marriage, but it could be about something else. Like, I have to live together for it to be a relationship, or I have to sleep in the same bed for it to be a true relationship. Let go of these mental constructs that make it ticking the box of being a relationship, or not tick the box of being a relationship, but more being it like a friendship or anything. For example, some people are asexual, they don't like to have sex. It doesn't mean that if you don't have sex, that it's not a relationship. That's all just a mental construct. And it's all about what you feel is true for you, and what the both of you feel is true for you. So try to let go of these mental constructs, although that might be difficult in the country or the beliefs around you. Like, what's the status quo? If it differs from what other people around you think of it, it might be difficult to let go of these beliefs. But this is the moment to try and let go of these things and open up to what it can bring you if you let go of these old beliefs, because they are just beliefs and your relationship is just as valid. However you like to fill this relationship in, if the both of you see it as a true connection, as a true relationship, it doesn't matter what boxes it fits in. If it doesn't fit in any box, that's all right, that's all fine. So open up to these things, let go of these mental constructs that are only holding you down. It's such a shame. I mean, I think your relationship is actually so wonderful, and for you to try to fit it in that box that just doesn't suit you because you are just way bigger than these little boxes that people try to put you in. It's time to change that. Maybe you are the people that are actually showing the world that it's okay to not fit these boxes, and it's okay to be a beautiful relationship without it fitting in those boxes. So open up to change. Maybe help other people open up to these ideas as well. So I hope that resonated, but I did get that strong feeling that I did have to bring this up. Now, I am going to put these up a little bit, and we're going to use the tarot to see what other message there is for you about what's going on in your relationship. So, Spirit, can I get some information about what's going on in this relationship between pile number 2 and their person? Okay, thank you. Let's take a look at the cards. So we have the 2 of Swords. And again, my camera decides to focus on something else. I'm sorry. There we go. 2 of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups. And let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. It's, ooh, oh wow. It's, so we have the Queen of Cups And the King of Wands. Oh, how beautiful is that? I mean, I'm getting goosebumps already. I mean, I'm not even joking. I don't know if you can see, but... Okay, so let's talk about these tarot cards now. Like we said, there is a need to let go of old beliefs or to let go of mental constructs that are no longer serving you. And that's exactly what we're seeing with this Two of Swords. The Two of Swords talks about the need to cut things out and the need to let go of these things that are like holding you back, that are bothering you, that are ruining your life. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a strong language for what it is, but you're only holding yourself back, and there is a need to really cut things out of your life, or to cut people out of your life if they are trying to force you in that box that's not fitting you. And once you have cut these things out, when you open up to change, when you let those people go that are holding you back, you will actually be able to free yourself. And that's what we're seeing right here with the Page of Wands. There is a new passion ignited in you, a newfound joy for life. I mean, a lot of very happy energy that you will actually be able to enjoy and to feel when you cut out these people and these energies that are no longer serving you. And at this moment, you are having trouble with moving forward. You are having trouble with seeing what the future will bring with this Three of Wands in reverse. But what you will see when you start doing these things is that you can finally feel your emotions. You can finally get in line with your emotions, with what you want out of life, and you will finally get into the flow of your life. And this person will actually be so much more drawn to you, as you can see with this beautiful King of Wands. So their passion will be ignited for you. And as we can see, we have a fire sign and a water sign, and you're both a queen and a king. So there is a beautiful divine feminine energy and a beautiful divine masculine energy next to each other, both in their power, both ready to take on the world together. So a lot of opportunity is coming in for you guys. A lot of prosperity is coming in for you guys. And although you might not be able to see that yet because you are blinded by all these own limitations that you have put on this relationship and that you have put on yourself. And I think that your person is doing the same. Otherwise we wouldn't be getting these energies. But there is so much potential. So let go of these things and get ready to grab that key and unlock that door to this beautiful relationship that could be manifested if you just let go of these walls. Maybe you should just knock them down right now. Now, this was it for the tarot, but I wanted to end off the reading with some messages from your person. So let's take a look at what they would want to say to you. So Spirit, what does file number 2's person want to say to them? Yeah. So we have, I feel stuck. And I think that's the same feeling that you are feeling right now. You feel stuck. You feel stuck in a box that doesn't fit you. I mean, what else can I say about that? You both feel stuck in your situation. It feels like there is no way out, but actually there is a beautiful doorway with all the keys right there. The only thing that's holding you back are your own beliefs. So it's time, it's really time to work through those fears, open up to that change, and let go of those stupid fears holding you back. And the next one is, I miss you. Aww. So they truly do miss you. They want to be around you. They feel a lot of passion for you. Whether this person is the King of Wands or you are the King of Wands, they feel a lot of passion for you, or they feel a lot of love for you. I think it's kind of both. I'm sorry, my lighting is acting up. But there is a lot of love and there is a lot of passion within this relationship. So they truly, truly do miss you. And they want you to reach out. they want you to reach out. They want to be with you. They want to communicate with you. They are truly ready for this relationship. And they are actually dreaming about you. You are in their dreams. I think that they know that something is about to happen, or they are hoping that something is about to happen. Maybe they are already dreaming about your future together. It might seem like a dream because they don't believe that it's true, because they also have those walls up. But when you actually tear down those walls, those dreams can actually manifest and they can actually become your truth. So yeah, that was the end of the reading. I truly hope it resonated. By the way, if you want a specific topic in the next video, you can already comment it down below. Yeah, this was the end of the reading. If you like the video, you can always give it a like. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so you could really help me out and maybe even help yourself out by being able to see more videos, of course. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye guys! Hello my lovely pile number 3. If you chose the beautiful Pyrite and the Santa Muerte Tarot, this is going to be your reading. A little word about this tarot before we start. So this is actually the second tarot deck that I got after learning how to read tarot. The first one was the classic Rider Waite, pile number 4, and this was the second one. And although I'm not really a big fan of skulls, they reminded me of someone that I care about a lot. And that's why I got this, actually, because this reminded me of that person. But it is beautiful nonetheless. Now, let's take a look at your reading for today. We are going to put these cards aside for now. We're going to start out with some oracle cards, actually. So the oracle cards we're going to look at are the archetype to see what energy is going on between the two of you. And then we're going to look at the two people in the relationship, and later on we're going to get into the energies. But first, let's take a look at these. So the energy between the two of you is the sustainer. And the people in this relationship could be seen as the brown bear and the koala. So I kind of get a very similar energy, like similar but different. Like a koala is kind of a bear too. So it's like two people that come from the same energy but are different. So I do get a big counterpart energy in this reading, like a soulmate, a twin flame, a very, very strong connection. But let's talk about these two people first. So I think they both could be seen as earth signs, like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I also see some fire elements in these personalities. So there could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius in here as well. You might be feeling like either the brown bear or the koala, but it might also be the case that you kind of feel like you are both of them, and that's totally fine. It just means that there is a lot of mirroring going on between the two of you. And yeah, that was my dog that was farting in the background. I'm so sorry. Okay, but let's talk about this brown bear person first. As we all know, the brown bear looks very, very tough. They are quite frightening, or at least they might look quite frightening, but they are really nurturing and caring. So it might be that you think of this person as someone that has it all. It looks like they are way too good for you. But in the end, they are very loyal, very caring, very nurturing, and they're not as scary as you might think that they are. And this being scary is not literally, of course. It's more like an energy that you feel a little bit intimidated by them, maybe. Or at least a lot of people feel intimidated by this person. But they are actually very loving, and they like to have fun a lot, and they have a very unique personality. This personality can be very different from everybody. Like, for one person, this personality might be very loud and outgoing. For someone else, this person might be quite quiet but just has some quirks, so take it as it resonates for you. But what they do have in common is that they are very good at sizing up other people. They have a feel of what someone's true intentions are. They are very good at picking out the people that actually care and picking out the people that are after, like those who have ulterior motives. They have a very strong intuition and they know how to use it quite well. So that was it for the brown bear. Now let's look at the koala. Like I said, this koala could also be an earth sign, but that doesn't have to be the case. It could be that this person just holds a lot of earth energy or a lot of koala characteristics. And the koala is usually seen in a tree, holding on to this tree, having some trouble of letting go. And they might be a little bit scared to get out of their comfort zone. And I think that's something that this person also has, that they are scared to leave their comfort zone, or that they might have some trouble getting out of their comfort zone. And I'm sorry, that was my dog once again. But this person is actually quite loyal and caring, but again, they might be frightened easily, and they might just have trouble with getting out of that comfort zone and showing you that they actually care when they are a little bit frightened. But they are very determined to protect what they believe in, so they can come across a little bit stubborn as well. So it all has to do with having trouble getting out of their comfort zone, having trouble with doing things that are new to them, doing things that they're not used to. But I think that they can grow out of this, but they just have to put in a little bit more energy to try new things or to act differently sometimes. Something that they also have is that they could be quite jealous, because koalas are quite territorial. So it might be that this person has a jealous nature, but again, that stems from that fear of change or that fear of going out of their comfort zone. I think that they're just afraid that someone might leave them because they are a little bit, it takes a little bit more effort for them to adjust to a relationship or to adjust to things in general. It just takes some time, but they really try hard to work on that, I feel. So those are the personalities that we're dealing with. Someone that's a little bit more stubborn, and someone that's very nurturing but might look a little bit intimidating. And the energy between these two people is the sustainer. And the sustainer is someone or something that is trying really hard to keep it going, to keep this thing working. They are working really hard, very tedious work, but sometimes it just doesn't really get acknowledged, so they might feel like they're let down because they are working so hard, but they don't get any of the rewards. They don't really reap the rewards of their hard labor. For their hard labor. So it might be that both of you are putting in a lot of work, but you're not really seeing the results just yet. Or over time, you have been putting in a lot of work, but you're not seeing any results, and it's maybe a little bit annoying or frustrating that you're still where you are when, well, it feels like you're still at the place that you started, although that's not true, because everybody is going up in spirals, and sometimes it just seems like you're back at the same place, but you're actually a little bit higher than you were before. Now, something with the sustainer is that they also have trouble of adjusting a little bit, so there is even more fear of change because it is trying so hard to hold on to something. So it might be that there is a lot of fear of change within this relationship, or there is just a lot of, well, it just takes a lot of work to move out of that comfort zone, move out of this box that you have put yourself in. So that's the core energy in this relationship. But this energy is an energy that's going on all the time, not just at this moment. So let's take a look at the energies that are going on with this relationship right now, or with this connection right now. Because of course, you don't have to be in a relationship for this connection to exist. Let's take a look. The first card we have is projection. Yeah, this is a Dutch card, by the way, but projection. We also have leap. Here we go. You go first, the universe will catch you. We have nothing will come of this situation with void course of moon. And we have work through your feelings with the last quarter moon in Aries. There we go, that's better. So more fire energy going on in this relationship. Now, what can we say about these cards? I think it's pretty clear actually. Like we said, there in this relationship there is a feeling of I need to hold on maybe to the past or maybe to something that has happened. And nothing will come of that. There is a need to take a leap. There is a need to make a change. There is a need to adjust things because it's really not working the way that it's going right now. And I feel like the biggest reason why it's not working is because you're putting this relationship in a box that it has grown out of. And you might be projecting a lot of your feelings onto the other person. So if you are scared of making a change, you are projecting that onto the other person and telling yourself that they are fearful of change or that they are doing something while you are the one that's actually doing it. So it's another sign of that mirroring, but it's not really a mirror, it's actually yourself. So whenever you feel a certain way about this person, like, oh, why is this person not doing anything? Oh, why is this person not reaching out? Maybe it is because you are not reaching out, because you are not making an effort, because you're afraid to change things. And the thing is, I think there are a lot of feelings going on in this relationship, and it goes both ways. But you're both afraid to acknowledge these feelings. You're both afraid to actually feel these feelings and work through them. To feel the emotions, let them run through your body, and to be ready to make this leap, to take this leap of faith. And once you actually work through these fears and you actually take this leap of faith, the world will actually adjust and there will actually be a shift in this relationship. I feel like you have to be the change first before this change will happen. And maybe the reason that you're not making this change is out of fear, but you have to let go of this fear. You have to take this leap of faith. This leap of faith in tarot is usually the Fool. And maybe you feel like you would be the Fool to actually act as if everything is going to be fine. But by acknowledging that step, by making these choices, by adjusting as if it's already happened, the whole world will conspire to make this relationship work and to actually make something out of this situation. Because this fear is holding you back of making a change, and because you're not making this change, nothing will happen. So you're actually in some kind of void situation right now just because you are fearful of making these changes. And Spirit is asking you to make these changes, to get out of this box and to make some adjustments. I know it's scary, but I know all of you can do this. You are strong enough. And this change might look different for everybody. For some people, this change is reaching out. For other people, this change is just opening up to change, letting new things happen. Maybe getting out there more. Maybe being open to the fact that this relationship will not be an ordinary relationship. Maybe opening up to the fact that you have hurt the other person and there is a lot of hurt feelings in this relationship that have to be talked about. So take what suits your story best, but there is a need to take a leap of faith. There is a need to make some adjustments and stop projecting your feelings onto the other person, whether you are the koala or the brown bear. because your fears are your fears only. And fears are just fears, they're not reality. So maybe you are fearful that this relationship will not work out, or maybe you are fearful of when you reach out that they won't even respond to you. But that's just a fear. I think that when you reach out, you will actually get a response. Or if you, maybe you have blocked them, maybe if you just unblock them, you would give them the opportunity to come in themselves. Yeah, or maybe you are holding on very tight to your job so that you don't have to deal with what's going on in your surroundings. Maybe it's just time to loosen up the grip a little bit and to let anything that wants to come in, come in. And although that might be scary, I think you will do just fine. I think you have worked really hard on yourself, and now it's time to reap those rewards of all that hard labor that you have put in. Now, that was it for the Oracle cards. I really hope it resonated, and I'm not repeating myself too often, but it's just the energy that I'm feeling. Now it's time to get into the tarot, this beautiful Santa Muerte tarot, to see what's happening in your connection. Okay, that's the first card already. That was pretty quick. The Oracle cards came out a little bit slower. I think that there is a lot of confusion in this relationship, or a lot of mixed energy, or yeah, like mixed signals. At the same time, you might love this person very much, but you're not showing it. Or maybe you really want to reach out, but you're projecting and you're showing this person that you kind of want no contact at all, although that's not true at all. So yeah, be mindful that your actions match your intentions and your feelings. I think that's already a very strong message that had to be said. Okay, let's take a look at what we have, okay? So the bottom energy is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see. Ooh, fiery energy, fiery energy. Okay. So what does this all mean? We have the Empress, the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles underneath. Okay, so with the Empress, we can see a beautiful divine feminine energy. And the divine feminine energy is an energy of allowing things to come in, allowing things to unfold, and just sitting back and wait for things to happen. Not forcing anything, not strongly holding on to things, just letting go of your fears and just see what happens. The Empress is also an energy of abundance, of joy, of fertility as well. So it might be that there is a lot of opportunity for a relationship to flourish. There is an energy of like fertile grounds, things that might be happening, things that might be unfolding, but you have to allow it, you have to let it in, instead of blocking it off by projecting your own fears onto other people. Now, with the Two of Wands, we kind of see this person holding these guns to their heart, trying to defend everything off, being, again, fearful of change. The Two of Wands talks about deciding if you want to be stuck in the situation that you're in, doing the things that are not working anymore, or if you want to be able to let go a little bit, work through your fears, and look at what new opportunities can come in, what new life you can actually achieve by just trying something new, planning new things, doing something out of the ordinary, and letting go a little bit. So this card really matches the energy that we have already seen. And I'm not even making up the meaning of these cards. So, I mean, that's a big sign. So maybe you have to let go with the flow, and let this Wheel of Fortune do its work. The Wheel of Fortune to me indicates that you'll have a change in prosperity. You'll have a change from bad luck into good luck. And this all has to do with letting in these new adventures, these new things that really want to come in. And this Wheel of Fortune is about to change. A lot of good fortune is about to enter your life if you just let it. We also have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups talks about really getting down on yourself, really wallowing in your emotions, feeling bad. But there is a lot of opportunity waiting around the corner. So it's okay to be sad sometimes, but it is time to get yourself out of it because it's not helping you any longer. I'm not trying to be rude. I understand that things might have happened that really hurt you. There might have been situations that you're still not over truly, but it is time to let the good things enter your life. Being emotionally, like having emotional struggles doesn't mean that there are no good things coming. And you should get your hopes up about all these good things that are about to enter your life, because this sadness and kind of holding yourself stuck in these emotions is actually holding you back from what you actually want. It's holding you back from your success. It's holding you back from you materializing this relationship. Because the Ten of Pentacles is the energy of wealth, of having materialistically having everything you would ever need. And in this relationship reading, in a soulmate reading, I think this indicates like having a relationship happen in the 3D, having this relationship actually come to fruition, actually having this relationship that you have always wanted to come in. And we have this this Knight of Pentacles as well coming in, and the Emperor underneath. Oh wow! So this actually means that you are the Empress, and this Emperor, this divine masculine energy, whether you are the divine feminine or the divine masculine, this divine counterpart is actually waiting to come in. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very slow energy. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow, but it's very stable and grounded in reality. So to me, this indicates that if you change your energy, if you are able to work through these feelings instead of being stuck in these feelings, this person will slowly enter your life and you will actually have a strong, solid, very solid, loyal relationship. I think this relationship is a relationship that's not good. Okay, I'm sorry my SD card was full, so I had to wait until I put everything on my phone and I can continue with this reading. But while I had to wait, I came up with an example, and I must be honest, this example was me for a long time, and I really feel connected to this specific pile. But the example that I have for you guys, and it might not be significant in your situation, but the example is, you might be in a relationship with somebody else and you know it's not working anymore, it's not working out, but you are so scared to be single again or to let this person go out of fear of the unknown, that you're holding on longer than necessary or much longer than is good for you. And because you're doing that, you're holding off this person that's actually supposed to be with you, this person that can actually give you all this prosperity, this very loyal person, this very kind person, this person that would give you everything that you need and everything that you want. But you have to let go of this other relationship first before this person can enter, because of course, if you're already in a relationship, nobody is going to try and connect with you. And something that we're also seeing underneath the Emperor was the Justice in reverse, and it's kind of telling us that it is quite the injustice to yourself, that you're not listening to your feelings, that you're holding on to things that are not working for you any longer, and that you're actually hurting yourself in the process of holding off things that actually belong to you, holding off on all these things that should be coming to you. Just because you're fearful of change, you're fearful of being alone, or fearful of making the wrong decision, although intuitively you already know that the situation that you're in is not working any longer. So I hope this made sense. I hope this resonates. Of course, for you, it might not be that you're already in a relationship with somebody else, with someone else than this person. It might be that it has to do with a job, that you're living your whole life working a job that you really don't like, but you're afraid to find something new because you're afraid that nothing will be there for you when you quit your job, or that you will lose your status. But I feel in this case it has to do with this relationship, that you are holding off on a new relationship because you are fearful of change. Or maybe you're just holding on to a different relationship, like I said, and you're holding off on this person. You don't even know that they're coming, but they would be coming if you'd let go of this other relationship. So that was it for the tarot. I hope it made sense. But now we're going to get some channeled messages from your person. So let's see what they would say to you right now. So Spirit, can you tell us what this person would say to pile number 3? Okay. That's number 1. I want at least one more. Spirit, can we get one more, please? Like I said, the energy is quite rough. It just takes a long time for the cards to fall out. Ah, there we go. This one wanted to pop out. So we have, I wish I was more like you. Maybe they like your courage, or they have aspects that they would like to change about themselves but are afraid to. And we have seeing you made my day. And seeing you make my day might indicate that you actually saw them recently, but it might also indicate that they are looking at your social media. They're looking at pictures of you and just thinking about you, and yeah, kind of keeping an eye on you, keeping an eye on what you're doing at the moment. And to be honest, I kind of want one more, so we're just going to go with one more. And I'm not sure how long it will take for it to pop out, but that's what we got to do, right? Just have some patience. Okay, there we go. I should stop staring. Yeah, so like I said, I do get that spying vibe, that energy that they really want to look at you. They really are interested in you, but they're like kind of embarrassed about how much they care about you, or embarrassed about the amount of energy they are willing to put into you. So for example, you might have blocked them, but they are putting in a lot of energy to get on a different account, trying to look at your pictures anyway, maybe asking your friends to look on your profiles for them, like things like that. So they are really, really keeping their eye on you, although you might not even know it. So yeah, that was the end of the reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I'm not sure what I will do my other readings about, and if you have any topic that you want me do, you can comment it down below, or you can like one of the questions that are already posted. I want to thank you so much for watching. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I know it is a long while from where I am right now, but I would love it if you'd join my little group and you'd subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified. I also do personal readings, so if you ever want a personal reading, I have a link for that in the description box as well. And now that was it for the reading, and I hope to see you in one of my other videos. Bye guys. Have a great day. Hello my lovely pile number 4. If you chose the beautiful Selenite, There we go. And the trusty old Raider Waite. This is going to be your reading. This is the deck that I learned to read tarot with. So maybe this is a sign that if you haven't learned how to read tarot, this might be a good time to start learning tarot or to just invest in your own deck. They don't have to be expensive at all. But yeah, let's get into the reading. I am going to put these aside for a while, and we're going to start out with the energy between the two of you and who are in this relationship or in this connection. So the energy between the two of you is the Starborn. Oh, it's a beautiful card. And the people in this relationship are the Koala and the Snake. I'm going to put these aside for now. Let's talk about these people first. So we have the Koala on one hand, and this card actually popped up in pile number 3 as well. So if you were drawn to pile 3 and pile 4, you might want to check it out. The koala is an animal that always lives in its tree, and they tend to stay in that same tree for a long time. So it might be that this person is quite fearful of change. They like to hold on to what they know. At the same time, they are very loyal and caring. And another quality of koalas is that they can be quite stubborn. But I think that goes very well with the idea of having trouble with letting go of what they know and having trouble with getting out of their comfort zone. So that's it for the koala. Now let's take a look at the snake. So, by the way, something that really stands out to me is we have 35 and 55. So we have the number 5 3 times, which is a synchronicity usually. And we have the number 3 here, and we have the Starborn, which is also a number 3. So a lot of synchronicities going on in this reading already. And with the Starborn as your main energy, to me it indicates that this is a divine relationship, or at least that you both are very old souls and that you both hold a lot of power and wisdom and that you connect strongly with the divine. So maybe, like I said, if you haven't learned how to do tarot, it might be a good divination tool for you. Again, with the Selenite as well. Selenite is one of those crystals that has a strong connection to the divine. It is about your higher chakras energetically. So there might be a sign for you to start tarot or to start some sort of divination if you haven't done so already. But that's just a side note. I was about to talk about the snake. By the way, the koala, for me, it is an earth sign. So this person could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Sorry for me being a little bit all over the place. Now, let's talk about that snake, like we said. To me, a snake is a fire sign. It's a sign of rebirth. So this person might be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. It could just indicate that this person holds a lot of the energy of a snake. Like we said, the snake is a sign of a rebirth, of change. So this person might be going through a lot of change at this moment, or they have been going through a lot of changes throughout their lives. And I think that they have learned a lot of things through these changes, through these rebirths. And they hold a lot of ancient wisdom. So it might be that this person is actually an old soul that already has been through it many, many times. And that's why they hold that much wisdom. I think that this person is definitely someone that has a strong connection to the divine, whether this person knows it or not. Like we said, if you resonate with the snake or the koala, tarot might be something for you. Now I'm going to stop repeating that. I have said it way more. I have said it more than enough. But that's the energy of the snake. So a symbol of rebirth and wisdom. They are good communicators as well, although they might not be very talkative in general, but they are very good at using their words sparingly but wisely. Now, I already talked about the Starborn and about the fact that it talks about you being, how do you call it? Like a star seed. If you don't resonate with a star seed, you could just see it as a soul with a mission, maybe even an important mission. You have been through these lives a lot. I think that you have reincarnated a lot if you believe in reincarnation. And yeah, I think that you have a big purpose on this earth at this moment. And your relationship will have a big part in that as well. But let's check out the energies at this moment. Oh, and the sun is starting to shine. How cute. Let's take a look at the energy at this moment. So the first one we have is trust. It says vertrouwen, it's Dutch, but it means trust. Trust in the process, trust in what's happening. We also have trust your path, even more trust. And it also says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? We have show the world the real you with full moon in Aquarius. And we have lost quarter moon in Libra with make time for self-love. And I hope, yeah, that's way clearer. There you go. So what does this all mean? I think it's pretty clear though, like with trust and trust your path. I think that you have been through a lot of changes. Maybe you are going through a rebirth at this moment. And I think that you have to trust what's happening. You have to let it all happen to you. Just try not to resist everything that's happening at this moment. I know it's a lot. Maybe that's the reason why you have to take some extra time off for yourself. Invest a little bit more in self-care. Invest a little bit more energy in giving your body some rest. Drinking enough water. Maybe spending some more time alone to recalibrate your energy. But you are changing a lot and you might not know, or you might be a little bit confused about who you are at this moment because you have been through so much changes. Maybe you used to do certain things a lot and you kind of thought that that was who you are instead of that was a thing that you do. And because you're not doing that anymore, you kind of lose that idea of, oh, that's who I am, because it was just something that you connected with. It's not you. You are this divine soul. The way that you look, the things that you love are not who you are. It's an aspect that you like to identify with, but it's not who you are. And maybe that's why this rebirth might be a little bit of a struggle for you, but just let your true self, your true energy speak for you. And I think that is something that you will be learning along the way. That will be who you are. That's the way that you can show yourself to the world. And don't be bothered by the fact that you are changing so much. I think your core energy will always be loving, will always be caring, will always be the same. And that core energy that's you. All of the other things surrounding you, the way that you look, the things that you like, can change, and it doesn't change who you are. It's just another aspect of you that's changing. But I think that's an important message. Trust that the things that are falling away for a reason. They are falling away for the better. They are helping you reach your goals. They are helping you reach wherever you should go. So I think within this relationship, you're both going through a lot of changes at this moment. I feel like you are probably not in contact. Maybe you are, but you're not communicating a lot. I think it's because you are both going through so much changes that there is way too much going on to be interacting right now, that you both need to focus on yourself to get through this rebirth right now, because the energy is so much that you don't have the energy to look at the other person. You don't have the energy to work on a relationship, because all you have to do at this moment, or all you can do at this moment, is rest and focus on yourself. So yeah, that was it for the Oracle cards. Now I want to take a look at the tarot. Maybe we'll get some new information, or maybe we'll just get a lot of the same information that we have been seeing already. Let's take a look. So Spirit, what's going on in this connection? Can we get some information about what's going on for pile number 4? Okay. Well, that was a lot of cards all at once. Let's take a look and let's see if we have enough space. Maybe that's the reason you guys got this deck, because they are smaller than the other ones, so we can have a little bit more room for all of these cards. Yeah. Does it fit? Let's see. I've put them down, but I haven't looked in the viewer yet, so I'm not sure if you guys can see all of the cards. Nope, you can't. Okay, let me remove these, or let me move these a little bit. But as you can see already, Death in reverse is already in the middle of your reading, in the center of your reading, and that goes very well with what we were talking about, to be honest, because we were talking about a transformation, about a rebirth. And that's what death is all about. Death is about going through changes, going through the death of an ego, letting go of the picture that you have in your mind of who you are, because you are way more than that. If you are limiting yourself to things that people can see, you're really limiting yourself, because you are way more, way more. And even when you're changing, you're still you. But as we can see, it's in reverse, so it's a sign that you have changed, and I think that you are at the end of this transformation. You're almost at the end of the transformation. You're almost through it all. So let's see, what can I say about these cards, right? Let's start at this end of the reading with the Page of Pentacles, Judgment in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and Justice. I think that it's kind of pre-rebirth and after rebirth. I think that's the energy that we're seeing. So with the Page of Pentacles, we can see a very young energy, an energy that's just admiring everything that they have, admiring their life, kind of being innocent still. And with Judgment in reverse, I feel like yeah, it might be that you were kind of judgmental about other people, or you were judging yourself a lot in general for things that you do, things that you liked, about the life that you have built. I think that you might have some trouble with working with other people. I think it looks like you might have been working on always wanting justice, always feeling like you didn't get justice. I think that it was kind of you against the world kind of energy. Instead of you being in the world, it's like you were separated. You felt like an outcast, you felt left out. So that was the energy before. Maybe this is the energy that you were both in, because it is a connection reading. So it might be that you were both feeling like the whole world was against you, or that you just didn't fit in with other people. You had trouble connecting with other people. Of course, when you are a starseed, when you are a starseed, you tend to get through a lot of hardships when you were younger. It might feel like life was unfair, but these things happen for a reason. They were here to teach you a lot of lessons, and the lessons of a simple life, so to say, were lessons that you have already learned in previous lives, and that's why you were put in this more difficult situation than you'd maybe even prefer. But at the end, this was for the better. It was to help you. Now, after this rebirth, so the energy that's still coming, it's with the Devil. We can see that you're trying to work through bad habits or through attachments. Like I said, these attachments are not who you are. Things that you hold on to very tightly are not who you are, but you identify with them. Like people say that I'm a smoker. It doesn't mean that smoking is a part of you. it just indicates that you like smoking. And letting go of smoking doesn't change who you are. On the surface level it might, but on the soul level you are still the same person. And I think that you are learning how to let go of these attachments. You're working through attachments. And by working through these attachments, you're actually getting a lot of happiness in return. You will actually have a lot of emotional fulfillment. So you're letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and you're letting things that you actually like, you actually love, enter your life. And yeah, I mean, you will be so much happier. You'll have so much joy. I think that this looks like the perfect little relationship. Maybe you will have this divine counterpart enter your life or come back into your life, and you might even have children in the future if you don't have them already. If you already have them, they will just be happy with your partner's children, or just happy wherever they are at this moment with you. So a lot of positive energy is about to come in, but first you have to let go of these unhealthy attachments or these codependencies that you have in your life. And we can see once you have cut out of these things, when you have cut them out, you will be able to, how can I say this? You can have balance in your life, and maybe you will be able to let go of the status quo. You will break out of the norm. You will enjoy your life regardless of what other people think of you, regardless of what is socially accepted. So letting go of these norms, letting go of what's socially accepted will bring you this energy of fulfillment, of getting everything that you want. Imagine how beautiful life could be if you could just let go of the things that you feel are pressed upon you instead of chosen by you, and really being on the same level as you. Maybe you will have a change in friendships, maybe you'll have a change in activities that you spend your days with, but there is a need to make these adjustments in your life to actually be happy. And I think that you're already in the process of letting go of these things, but I think that these things are just continuing at this moment for the both of you. And that once you both have untied from this chain, you will have this beautiful energy. But that was it for the tarot. I will be using some oracle cards to get some channeled messages for you. So let's see. Let's see what your person would say to you if they were with you right now. The first one already popped out. That was a quick one. So yeah, I can already feel that you guys have a high vibration, I think you hold a lot of power, and I'm getting goosebumps right now. But you hold a lot of power, and yeah, you will do great things when you get out of this energy. And I mean, you're growing, you're expanding, you're doing amazing, although this might be quite a rough time for you, and it might feel like you have lost yourself, but that's not true. The evolved version of you is actually coming up right now, and it's forming. But just trust that if you just let this happen, it will all turn out just fine. Trust this path and your process. Don't be afraid that people will leave you. Trust that if the people leave you, they were not meant to be in your life, and new people will come into your life that will suit you much better than these old people. Don't be afraid. Now, let's get into these channeled messages. I'm talking way too much. So the first one is, you are my type. So this person just wants you to know that maybe previously you weren't their type, or maybe they have said something in the idea of you're not my type, but they have figured out that you actually are their type. Maybe after this rebirth you will actually be their type without you even trying to adjust to what they like. You will just be more of yourself, and they love your authentic self. So be your authentic self, let this authentic self pop up, and and just trust that this person will still like you afterwards. Trust that they will come back to you. Don't be afraid to become yourself. This person is meant to be in your life and is meant to be with you. So don't be afraid that if you change, this person will not be interested anymore. And the next message we have is, you are the one for me. I can feel it. So they do feel the energy between the two of you. They feel this strong attraction, but I think they're just not ready to reach out because there is a lot of commotion going on. There are a lot of things going on in your lives. But just know that they know you are the one for them. You are their type. You are their person, and they're not going anywhere. They just want you, and will just patiently wait until the both of you are finished with this rebirth process. So yeah, that was the end of the reading. I hope it made sense. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. That will really help me out. Like I already said at the beginning of the reading, I'm not sure about what topics I will do my next readings. If you have a topic that you really want to hear, you can comment it down below or like one of the topics that's already mentioned, and I will listen to that and I will do videos about that. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be great if you did so, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye guys!